What's up everybody, Viking here today, and I got an updated profile for my windups. Today for the Saturday tournament at my locals, I got second place overall out of I think 15 to 20 people. I don't remember how many people were there. The only loss I had was Mermels, so I did really good today. I'm able to play the deck a lot smarter, and I got it working a lot more consistently, because originally I thought it was more of an OTK deck when really it's a grind game deck until you can OTK. Like, you have to make sure you can OTK before you do so. But again, it's working a lot more consistently. I've got it really good now. It's really making me happy now. And the Mermail player that I lost to, the only reason I lost was because I kind of misplayed a little bit. Not in like a play specifically, but in a card that I decided to use instead of a different card. And yeah, if I would have used a different card choice, I would have won. But anyways, let's get started. Again, I made it a lot more consistent and it works a lot better. So, 3 Wind-Up Rabbit, still meet your main monster. 3 Shark for those good old rank 5s. 3 Rat for those late game plays to just have reoccurrence. 2 Warrior, he's an alright card, but you don't want to draw him necessarily unless you have a Shark in hand. So you go rank 5. He's more of a wind-up magician target. Then you run the 1 Magician, because he's at 1, so you still play the 1. I took out the Soldiers, because I think I was running Soldiers in the last video. I took those out because they were just bad, and this way is just more consistent. But, yeah. Then I have 2 Tour Guide. I decided to drop it down to 2 and take out the Night Assailant, because having those were just inconsistent, and the Night Assailant would draw dead sometimes, so I decided to just bump this down to 2, and it's working a lot better for me. It really helps a lot more to have just 2 than the 3 with the Night Assailant, so yeah. And then 1 Fire Fist Bear. He's your another tanky target, plus he helps clear opponent's monsters, and he sets another tanky to get your rabbits to hand. So he's a really good card in the deck, and I decided to take him in just to get over monsters. And he's actually worked out really well today. I wouldn't have had game if it wasn't for him in a couple games, so yeah. Again, I mean, having the 2 Torgon is just a lot better. Not running Soldier works a lot better. And yeah, the deck is working so much more consistently. I'm so much better now. Plus, I've been able to play with it a lot smarter than I was before. I got the plays down and the way the deck should work, the pace of the deck down a lot better. And I'm really starting to enjoy it. So, for spells, 3 Factory, still your main spell. And then I have 3 Tanky now, just because, you run Bear, and it's really good. I mean, you pop this with Bear to pop a monster. It boosts your rabbits' attacks up a little bit. I mean, it really helps get your rabbits to hand. Really helps with consistency and really helps get your combos off. And I got 2 Duality. I decided to put Duality in because it works really good for the deck. Having 3 draws dead, I don't know what it is with me, but all my decks so far, Blackwings in this deck, it's just 2 Dualities works better than having 3. And 2 Dualities in this deck is really good. I mean, like I said, I decided not to go for an OTK idea all the time, because the deck is more of just a grind game until you just beat your opponent down, or make it to where your opponent can't do anything so you can OTK. But these just really help out for getting your factories and stuff to hand, so that's why those are in there. 3 MST again, because back row is a bothersome thing. And then 1 Dark Hole, 1 Mind Control, and 1 Book of Moon. Mind Control will probably come out for Messenger of Peace if I get one, because it works really good with the deck. And it worked really good in testing on DevPro. So I'll probably end up replacing that, because it doesn't really help a whole lot anymore. That's it for spells. For traps, I got, Compulse, Torrential, Bottomless, and Blackhorn for 1-ofs, and Trap Stun for 1-ofs. Blackhorn is kind of my thing for Solemn, because I don't have a lot of Boojin players or anything out there which just that normals big monsters, so I decided to run Blackhorn instead to stop specials. because Mermails is more of a problem out here where I'm at, and it works a little better for me. And the Trap Stun just helps stop traps to get your big plays out and stuff. And then 2 Mirror Force, 2 Deep Prison, and 2 Fiendish Chain. Fiendish Chain is still like one of the best traps in the game. I mean, you not only stop attacks, but you also stop effects. I think that's pretty good plus. That's it for main deck. Again, I got the deck running just a lot smoother, a lot more consistent. I know how to play the deck a lot better now, and it's working a lot better for me, so yeah. For extra deck, I got 2 Zen mains, still running 2 because he's still just really good. 1 Engineer because he helps protect your monsters, your other monsters too. And then 1 Tempo, I decided to put him in because he really helps against your opponent's XYZs, because he just detached from your opponent's XYZ monster, so that it doesn't have materials anymore, and it really comes in handy. Running 1 Soul of Silver Mountain, this is a really good card in the deck because most of your level 3s are Earths. I think all your level 3s are Earth actually, unless you make him with Wind Up Shark. But he locks down back row and he just really helps. He can come out for an Invoker pretty easily, but I don't have an Invoker, and for now he actually just works really well. 1 Leviathan Dragon for getting over bigger monsters and for getting that extra attack push. 1 Doubter Magician. This will probably come out for Gaia Charger, because Gaia Charger is honestly just a little bit better for the deck, for the Volcasaurus Gaia Charger play. But Doubter Magician helps sometimes. He just basically same idea except for rank 3s. And still does piercing damage, stuff like that. But I would just rather have Gaia Charger. And then for 4s, 1 Photon Pappy, 1 Zen mains. This will probably come out for Honor Arc, 1 Maystroke, and 1 Cowboy. For 5s, I got Tiras, Shark Fortress, Zenmayo, and Volcasaurus. That wraps up the deck, you guys. I got a bit of a side deck too, so I'll show you that real fast. 2 DD Crow, 1 Soul Drain, 2 Threatening Roar, and 2 Waboku. The reason I side these 2 in specifically is because Heretics and Mermails pop a lot of cards, and those are kind of a problem deck out here. There's like 2 or 3 Heretic players and 2 Mermail players, and they just constantly pop back row, so you side these in so you can have chainable stuff to stop their OTKs and whatnot. 2 Shadow and 2 Light for light and dark decks. They're not too big out here. Like I said, Boojins, there's only like 1 Boojin player, and he doesn't even show up half the time. Then there's an Evil Storm player every now and then. But these just really help for those decks. And 1 Trap Stun and 1 7 Tools. More trap negation, and I'd rather just side in the extra ones like these rather than having them mained, because they can get cloggy mained. So, like I said, the deck is a lot consistent how it is. And then 2 DNA Surgery for, other decks that are type specific. That wraps up the profile, you guys. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask them below. If you have a deck profile you want me to do, or any problem card, or any ruling, or just any questions you might have, feel free to ask. I might be doing an X-Saber profile soon. I might do, I don't know, just some other stuff. I might do another surprise deck profile sooner or later. We'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please feel free to comment and subscribe if you will. See ya.